One of the things that repeats in my book is Maryam's flashbacks to her summer house. And I'm not going to lie, I used a lot of my childhood scenes to write those pieces. And years later, when I was, living in the US, when I look back at my childhood, I realize how much of fun memories are all associated with those 3 months that we would spend in Merdekan. And the thing that really stood out is that I remember we used to move in there. As soon as the exams were over, we would move there with my grandma. And we lacked basic things. Like, we didn't have a telephone. If something happened, if there was an emergency, there was one neighbor around us that you would use to go and make a phone call. You never knew who was going to show up because nobody ever warned you. There was even, I don't think we even had channels. You had a couple of videotapes with cartoons, and I know we had Aladdin, we had The Mermaid, and it was the same thing every single day. Your options were Aladdin, Mermaid, or 1 hour long Tom and Jerry that we all knew by heart because there was just literally nothing else to do. And it was either that or you did chores. And there was one particular game that I remember my grandma invented. And for years, I thought this was a game. I genuinely believed that she was trying to entertain us. Let me describe the game, and you'll realize what's the whole point of this game. So she would tell us to go find agents on the carpet, which is basically trash. We had to pick up little pieces of trash. And whoever got more agents, and I don't know why these little pieces of trash were called agents, they would get ice cream at the end. It was this cruel game. Years later, I realized my grandfather was a spy, and that's why she called those things agents. And really what we were doing is we were cleaning up the carpet because there was no vacuum in this place. And we used to fight over this. We used to fight over these little pieces of trash because everybody wanted to get some ice cream. I do have to say we all got ice cream at the end, but for years I thought that this was just her trying to entertain bored kids who didn't know what to do with themselves in this place. But the funny thing is, I could just talk for hours. The things that we did, the chores that we did, the funny adventures that we got ourselves into because there was no TV, no phone, no other form of entertainment. And we all were, the only form of entertainment was really the pool, but because we had overprotective Azeri parents, we couldn't go into the pool in the afternoon because it was too hot, and then you had 30 minutes before they considered it too cold, and you had to get out of it. So it was just, you had to do the best you can to have fun. And the difference was whether you had friends living nearby or not. Because if you didn't have any friends, you were stuck and there was nothing to do. But if you had a couple of neighbors, which I was lucky, I had a couple of neighbors, then summertime was absolutely hands down the best childhood memory ever. That was the case for me. And a lot of these things are covered in my book too. So if you're reading it and you wonder how I came up with those stories, this is how. And if you're curious and you want to read the book, the links to buy it, whether it's on Amazon or any other platform, are in the description of the video.